Yo, what's up guys, Ghost here, and today I'm going to be talking about what I think is the worst thing about Black Ops 3. And if you guys happen to miss my video talking about the best thing about Black Ops 3, I'll leave it down below in the description for those who I missed it. But this time we're doing the complete opposite of the best thing, which is of course the worst thing. So I'm going to voice my personal opinion about what I think is the worst thing about Black Ops 3. So tell me down below in the comment section, give it your all. What do you think is the worst thing about BO3? What thing do you dislike the most about this game? So with that said, let's get right into my thoughts about the worst thing about Black Ops 3. And the worst thing is going to be the whole entire supply drop problem that most people do have. The fact that you earn crypto keys at a very low rate, the fact that there's weapons behind supply drops like the FAR, HE40, MX Grand, and much more, and the fact that the chance of getting these weapons are so low. And let me show you guys what I'm talking. Let me show you all how low of a chance you have. Like comparing the items, comparing the amount of guns you have in Black Ops 3 that are in supply drops to the amount of like taunts, gestures, and gear. Let me show you. So first I'm going to show you guys all the amount of camos there are for each weapon. So there's 33 camos for each weapon in the game. That's not a supply drop weapon. So the base weapons that came with the game, like, you know, the VMP, the Weevil, and much more. So there's 31 guns in the entire game, and each of those guns has 33 camos. Times that together, there's 1023 camos in total in these supply drops. So you have that, just put that in your mind. 1023 total items, 1023 total camos in the black market because of all these weapons. As for these specialist characters, there's in total of 936 specialist like themed things in these supply drops, which is crazy. So for the headpiece, you have 17 headpieces for each character, you have 17 body pieces for each character, and combine that's basically 34 pieces of gear for each character, and times that by 9, that's 306 combined total amount of like head and body pieces, which is crazy. And moving on to the taunts, every single specialist character does have 10 taunts. Times that by 9, there's 90 taunts available in supply drops. And as for jesters, you have 60 jesters for each character. Times that by 9, you have altogether 540 jesters. And if you add all that together, that adds up to 936 possible specialist themed stuff. So that's crazy. So now let's compare the weapons and put them in perspective. So for the ranged weapons like the FAR, MX Grand, and much more, you have 12 ranged weapons. And for the melee weapons, you have 16 melee weapons. So in total, you have 28 weapons in supply drops. And comparing the weapons to the 1023 total black market camos and the 936 total specialist themed items, that you could see already. And I haven't even begun to mention the attachment variations for all the primary and secondary weapons, all the calling cards. Like, don't get me started on the emblem decals and paint shop decals. Like, yeah, just out of all of that stuff, you have those weapons. You barely have any weapons to compare, and that's pretty much the chance, the low, super slim chance you have of getting those weapons. And yeah, so that's pretty much the worst thing about Black Ops 3 in my opinion. I think they should have done better to put all this stuff in supply drops into everybody's favor. Like, they should have added a different way, another way to earn everything in these supply drops. Instead, like, of course you would have the way of earning crypto keys and just unlocking these supply drops by doing that, but they should have added another way to where, like, to unlock like a certain weapon, you would complete a specific challenge, and that's it. So you have two ways to get these weapons. You have a way of completing a challenge or just like earning keys, and that's it. They should have added another way. They should have added more community contracts for us to complete to get these weapons and such, and they could have honestly done more to this, but they didn't, unfortunately. So the reason why this is such a huge problem is just because we want those ranged weapons from supply drops, but the chance of getting them is so low. And just with other stuff in general, just whatever you want from supply drops, you have a low chance of getting it pretty much. And the reason why it's such a big problem too is just because it's like the biggest thing here in the multiplayer. Why will they add thousands of items and supply drops if it's not going to be a big thing, right? So that's pretty much my huge just problem with the game. The worst thing in Black Ops 3, the supply drop problem, the problem that we pretty much all have. I really hope that Infinity Ward definitely does better with their supply drops and looting system if they have one, which I'm pretty sure they will. hope they add in a trading system of some sort, because I think that would work in everybody's favor, just trading in different items for, like, that would be so sick to do. I've been asking for that since Advanced Warfare. But besides that point, just to like add my final thoughts on my problem with Black Ops 3, I get that Treyarch is trying to add in like tons of stuff and variety into the game with the different types of taunts, gestures, and just all the new stuff we've never seen before. I get it that they're trying to add in all that new content just to add more to the game for us to go for. I get that, but it's just the way that they executed it. It's just completely wrong. They could have just added different ways to earn everything in these supply drops. They could have like upped the crypto key rate, and they could have done much more to fix this problem, but they didn't seem to do it. They kind of did with these contracts to earn. They just made contracts for us to earn crypto keys in, but I just don't think that was enough, honestly. But I just really hope, like I said earlier, that Infinity Ward does better. Besides all that, guys, tell me your thoughts down below about the worst thing about Black Ops 3. I'm curious to know what you guys dislike about the game, but I'll see you guys in the next one. So peace out.